Everything you see online is crafted for a purpose, designed to promote, influence your decisions, or make you think in a particular way. Our purpose? To show the reality of fishing, good or bad, and help anglers become more successful. Sure, we could just show our highlights from this fall and act like it was business as usual. But trophy pike and musky fishing on Georgian Bay was anything but easy this fall. Tons of effort for very few bites. Crazy weather patterns, tiny bite windows, and little fish movement to clue us in. Welcome back to another episode on our hunt for the Giants of Georgian Bay. When Labor Day rolled around and the summer heat started to fade, fishing picked up like crazy. Big pike, musk, walleye, bass. It seemed like this fall was going to be one for the book. Looking back, I guess it was. We just thought it would be for the number of big fish caught and not how difficult it was going to be. Just as soon as our expectations spiked for fall fishing, so did the temperature. A heat wave with temperatures warmer than summer highs moved in prior to our first trip and was sticking around based on long-range forecasts. While this weather is great for fishing in, it is typically not so great for casting.
Oh no! Oh, that wasn't much. I tried to dive for it, but losing my drag. Just gotta be quick. Take it. Oh no! What do we do? There we go. Very good. I can hate that with this thing. I had a client out one time and it pike did that and then it got out. Bump first or?
Yeah. That situation is one reason why you want to drag fish into the net and then lift it out of the water, rather than reach for or lunge at the fish. If the hook's tangled any higher, this fish would have easily flipped out and gotten off. The first trip of the fall is an annual musky trip we tried to do with the New Wave crew. Despite 2 sporadic bites, fish were just not moving. We didn't see any follows or general activity of fish or bait. After hitting all the planned locations with fast and slow moving baits, we started covering water hoping to run into an active fish. Hit one more spot close to camp before heading in for dinner.
Ooh, there's one. Oh yeah, he's coming into the 8. That's a good one. Oh, where'd he go? Still out there. Yeah.
Can I cast for him or?
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was like upper 40s.
Probably. They were getting a spot. Yeah, no, that was a pretty good one. Came in real late on my bucktail though. Like, he was way behind. But then once I was already done like a full turn and then I saw him.
Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty good size. It never was really on your bucktail.
Oh,
oh, you can see him right there. Come look at this fish on your back here. Quickly. See?
Just chilling right underneath the boat. It's a big rating.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had him.
What?
I hooked myself like this, and I felt so much more weight, and I was like...
He's right behind it. Right on it. Right under it. Oh. He was literally like underneath it.
Jesus.
He went back this way. If we don't get it on the next couple casts, I'm going to keep moving in then and we'll come back for it just before dark.
Probably bad to stay here too long.
Oh, you.
What?
Just as I went to pull it out of the water, I saw it.
Despite throwing every type of lure in the box, this fish just didn't want to commit. With muskie, sometimes the timing just isn't right, so we'll give it a break and be back a bit closer to sundown. After dinner, we all loaded into one boat to do some trolling into the dark. Despite covering the area where we saw the last fish extensively, tomorrow is another day. Day 2 was just like day 1, minus the fish sightings. We covered a ton of different water, casting fast and slow baits, trolling shallow, trolling deep, with nothing to show for it.
Whoa!
At first, the fish seemed very spread out, but after reflecting on yesterday's action, all the sightings we did get were in the spots we expected. So we're betting they were around and just not moving. With no action all day, we're banking on this and decide to head back out, some casting just before dark.
Yeah, that wasn't nearly as cool as the muskie. Oh. Keep going. You there? That was a little noise. I'm gonna steal inside, bud.
I'm really proud of myself for not reacting.
Yeah, you didn't even fucking rip that out of his face.
No, I just like totally froze, which is like the best thing you can do.
You got him? Alright, is it topwater time? That's what considering we took off. Alright.
These heat waves have a way of destroying the daytime bites and condensing the feeding windows into short but intense periods at sunup and sundown. This is because they are the most opportune times in an otherwise uncomfortable day. Think about how sluggish you feel midday during the next heat wave. Fish will be feeling something similar, but they still need to eat, and will wait for these short periods of opportunity. On the last day of this trip, we get a small break from the heat. Unfortunately, we only have a few hours to fish before having to load up and head out. Luckily, the fishing seems to be improving.
Little tiny. Rocket.
I bet your rod. Quite well.
Hard to find those spots. Once you find them, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's still pretty deep though. Like 10, 12 feet deep. Swallow? Did it just bump it like high up, part way back?
Yeah. I felt like I was pulling over a rock, but I was like, oh, that is a rock. started out. Yep. That. Yep. Pretty big. Ready? Oh my god. Nice.
It's only 36. That's good. Following this trip, we chatted with a lot of other fishing guides and friends in the Georgian Bay Musky and Pike fishing group on Facebook to see what others were seeing. The results were not good as a whole. Those who found success had all their action early in the morning, like within the first 2 hours of sunrise, which we didn't manage to get out to with breakfast at camp. We hoped the heat would disappear, but the heat waves continued. Each week of more normal temperatures for the season were followed by a week of 20 Celsius plus daytime highs until the end of the first week of November. Fish were few and far between, with one sighting, bite, or catch per day being normal, and a handful of fishless days despite long hours trying tons of different techniques and different areas on the bay. None of the normal seasonal patterns and locations were producing, but the early morning bite window still seemed to be the only time with active fish for us and others. So we had to start doubling down on it. It's fall, we're loading up the boat with the big baits. Small baits are coming out. No more you guys. While these clips may seem like we had a good fall, we want to be open that these are all the encounters, bites, and catches from this fall. We've added date and timestamps so you can see just how far apart these happen. If we only put in a few hours a day, we could be happier about the results. But we often put in 10 to 12 hours a day chasing the next bite. Electronics seemed bare aside from a few areas loaded with suckers or carp. Despite the water temperature still being warm, we decided to work in throwing pull pause baits due to the lack of activity and ability to cover shallow and deep water with them. Finally, we started to see some action. Although it was pike in locations we thought there should be muskie, it's a start.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. It looked like he was going to blow you out of the boat.
Oh.
Is that a musky? Hope so. Okay. Oh, you guys.
God. Got some scales. Doesn't count for much, but
That was bigger than I thought it was at first. Oh, what the?
Just get pulled off?
Something just sliced me.
No way.
Like just. Holy. These are busted in half. Look. Wasn't that a steel one? Yeah. What?
It was one of the two.
Yeah. Was it any size?
Yeah, it was this side.
Casting big rubber has a way of wearing you out. The 12-hour day yesterday and 5 hours so far today are taking its toll. But we're finally starting to figure some things out. We've eliminated a ton of water, and the success we have found is pointing us in the only direction left to try.
Button us up a bit. Right as I pumped it, I got rocked again. Oh, that's a good one. Well, I wanted to come here because there's actually some tall weeds here compared to this whole other area when we were trolling. Oh, that was a fucking ski. That was a ski, just a little baby, but it just fucking launched at me. Fucking just went. Hit it, and then was gone without touching anything. That felt just like all the other ones too.
It's hard to explain how good it felt to get this fish in the boat. After an already tough fall and spending the last 16 hours casting big baits, working everywhere that made sense with usual patterns, and even trolling with hardly any action, then losing the fish on the action we did get was doing a number on our confidence. We didn't clue in right away, but these fish were behaving a lot more like spring pike or early summer muskie. Their locations being close to the extreme shallows that heated up with the warm days, as opposed to main lake spots more typical with steady fall cooling. Pull pause rubber was getting 100% of the action. Hopefully, we can rely on this for the next few trips. We weren't kidding when we said doubling down on the early morning bite. We wanted to be at our first spot as soon as it was bright enough to cast.
Oh. Yep. No. Gotta get really. Yep. Yeah, man. Might just bring this to $7.5. Good fucking point at me.
Oh my God! I knew I saw that. Yeah. Oh.
Is that good?
I don't know. Probably. You know those musk. You got off. I brought my weird. That might beat me.
It's a thick.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he doesn't really have line.
We'll see. They're thick over here though. Like the other two I got. Oh.
Oh yeah. What? Something is wrong. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking mixed up.
I just got cranked.
Let's not move up to that island.
The morning bite window does it again. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capitalize. Throughout the rest of the day, no action. Putting a big muskie in the boat has proven to be challenging this fall. So, for the last big trip of the year, we're headed to an area known for producing giant muskie, and we've got 2.5 days to try and bag one.
Yeah! Alright. You got the net?
Ready? Okay. Oh yeah. Two hands. 46. The old fur burger. 46. 46.
That makes the whole trip worthwhile. After last year not catching one.
Did you didn't spot that guy, did you?
Nope.
Who needs live scope?
Last year, all of our action on the same trip happened right before dark. Kind of the opposite of what we have seen all fall so far, but we're not giving up until we can't see.
What is that? He's coming right at us.
Catching that 360 camera?
there.
In November, winter decided to hit like a freight train. Nights were below freezing and daytime highs barely got to 10 Celsius. The electronics were bare except for really deep bait fish.
Those are fish arches.
Big old patch left.
Yeah.
It's on up to that point.
Where we were seeing them all down deep anyways.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Shut all your fish finders off. Growing too much. Fuck. You got your booster bag in there?
No.
You're gonna have to leave it running.
The cold and long hours with little action are making it tougher to get moving this morning. But you can't catch them if you're not fishing. Bite windows were still short and one interaction a day was common. If you were lucky, it was a bite, but sometimes it was just a lazy follow. The only action was coming on pull pause baits and nothing while trolling. As the temps got too cold for casting, we resorted to trolling and fishing for other species. We caught big pike on downsized gear while walleye fishing, which is a pattern we have noticed in other years as well when water temperatures drop below 50 Fahrenheit. The last fish of the season came trolling down 19 feet where electronics were bare, but we were near spawning areas and there were birds around.